they're live.
Alright, so we're heading out to a location that in 2009 we had one of our most prolific Bigfoot sightings or encounters with 4 individual Bigfoot. At least. That we could tell. And this all started when we went down this one road that was closed off for the night. This takes place in a park in Tennessee. And what time did we get out there?
Well, I worked till 9 o'clock.
There we go.
All right.
Well, that's not going to blind anybody coming headlong in.
I'm just worried about me being able to drive. So
well, I'm worried about causing a collision with somebody. You know, my large bulbous propellant is going to block out that much light, and it's going to illuminate the car where they see more hideous face.
Well, I think you can block out that much light. You might throw it back at Elijah and blind him permanently.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
before
why,
the eclipse.
Seriously, I don't know why I even go anywhere with you. You and your superior attitude and telling me things like how I need to learn. Well, I'll have the analytical tools to carry on a conversation with you. You know what, buddy? I think you're kind of an analytical tool yourself.
Well, yeah, whatever. You're a Neanderthal rock. But anyway, so it had to be late at night. I think it was probably close to midnight, if not beyond that. And
well, we're more than an hour. Well, from where I was working, we went home, we got dressed. I got off at 9. We got home probably close to 9:45, left there. So yeah, 11:30, 12 o'clock.
right.
When we actually made it to the location.
And it was misty. It was cold.
It was October, if memory serves.
Yeah, and it was kind of a misty night, like fog, a light drizzle. And when we got there, we parked near the campground at the park, and then we walked back into an area that was closed off for the night. They had a gate up, and we just kind of walked through that area, and we had our lights off, and we walked back into this like picnic area.
Yes.
And we did a few tree knocks, and then after we did the tree knocks, we heard this huff behind us.
Sort of a raspy breathing as well, if memory serves.
Right, we wheeled around.
To the left. You're going to have a split. Veer to the left.
You're going to have a split in your head in a minute.
I'm going to split your lip in a minute.
Oh, whatever. Where's the split? What am I doing?
Right hither is the split.
That's not hither, it's thither.
That's right, thither. You said it yourself now. Thither.
Whatever,
is a
you
word.
looked it up online, so there's a thither.
Really? You didn't believe me?
It sounds like a guy with a lisp trying to ask for scissors. Give me the thither. So you made me lose my track.
I'm going to hit you so hard, your head's going to spin like a whirligig.
Alright, so we went through the split, right? We did what we need to do?
Yes, yes.
Alright, so I can continue the story.
Well, yes, we are heading headlong into the direction we need to go.
Good, I'm so glad. I can't tell what's behind me. I've got this bright light in the...
And whose idea was it for the bright light?
Mine, but that's not the point. Anyway, so we wheeled around, and we shined the light up behind us, and there was nothing behind us that we could see. And I think there was a pavilion in the middle, and we heard something hit the roof of that, didn't we?
Yes, something did hit the pavilion.
Don't try to hold my hand.
I wouldn't hold your hand.
And anyway, so after that we walked to the other side, because there's a line of woods on the other side, and we
started using the night vision.
Right, and we did some knocks.
Where we seen a few...
Well, I saw some eye shine, but you couldn't see it, because I kept trying to get...
I actually saw a deer up there. Not saying that that's what the eye shine was, but I did see a little deer up there.
Okay. And then...
Remember something started throwing small pebbles at us.
Right. We had rocks thrown at us, and we were trying to make sure that it wasn't like hickory nuts or anything like that falling on the ground.
indeed it was little stones.
Right. And then after that, you heard something close to the road where we came in, and
As we started walking back out,
well, no, you said that later on. You said you saw something with red fur.
I'd said that I wouldn't swear to it. For an instant, I thought that I saw a large shape with an arm outstretched like this next to the tree, and then it was just gone as though.
And we'll get to the hilarity of that moment. But anyway, so we started walking back out. We turned our lights out, and as we were walking back out, we could hear, you know, limbs breaking. You know,
Walking in the woods on both sides, and in
Yep.
the water in the creek that run alongside the road.
like something was splashing down in it.
Yep.
And so we got out. We walked down the road, and there's a cemetery.
First, we walked across a bridge.
Right, okay, so we have to walk across a bridge, and we walk down the road a bit, and on the right-hand side, there's a cemetery. You just kind of go around the bend, and we walked up onto the cemetery, and we were standing there. I think we did a couple tree knocks.
And I began to tell you how I thought that I could have seen something.
Right, and then at that moment, I had turned
We had our
off.
lights off.
Well, not only our lights, I had turned my audio recorder off like an idiot. And right at that moment, when you had your arm out and trying to describe what you saw, something let out this blood-curdling scream that I can't even mimic. It was so crazy.
And close to us.
It sounded like it was 10 feet away from us, just inside the woods. And you grabbed your chest and staggered back like Fred Sanford. I thought you were having another heart attack or something.
Well, it wasn't actually my chest. I was trying to get my light on, but it freaked me out so bad I staggered back trying to get my light on.
Well, I was like freaked out for a second until I saw you, and then I almost started busting out laughing. But, so you got the light on after a few seconds, and there was nothing there that we could see. But then you thought that it might have been like the park ranger or somebody trying to play a joke on us.
Who doesn't like you by any stretch of the imagination?
But that was before.
There is bitter.
No. That happened years later. That happened years later.
I know it did.
Yes, it happened in 2011.
I know it did.
Okay. So, you wanted to walk on the other side of the woods and see if there was somebody, like, you know, playing a joke.
So we walked back out of the cemetery around the road.
And we couldn't see anything, but the whole time we could hear something in the woods, in this little, like, peninsula of woods. It's like this little area that was wooded between the cemetery and the
not
road.
North Korea.
Well, whatever. It was a little area of woods between the cemetery and the road. And we were shining the light through there, trying to catch a glimpse of whatever was breaking branches and stomping around.
And we eventually went over, and because the noises stopped, we went over and sat down on a little fence that set up about 2 feet, a little wooden fence.
Right.
Remember?
And
we sat there for the longest time talking.
Right, it was right behind us was a ball field, a baseball field, and then there was an open field next to it for like a soccer or something like that.
And behind that was the campground.
Right, well there's campground, and then there was woods, and where we were sitting to the right of us was where the bridge was, which was about, not even an eighth of a mile down from us.
Maybe.
All of a sudden, while we were talking, the wind was blowing from the direction of the bridge.
Talk about the conditions. It was a really
I already did.
Yeah, I remember.
Are you having short-term memory loss?
No. As we got to where we were sitting there, the weather got worse, and it got like it was a misty rain, but the mist almost appeared like a fog.
Right, which I already said. But anyway, so
you implied that it was going on while we were walking into the woods the first time. It really clouded up on us when we got setting down.
okay, semantics. Anyway, so
I'll give you some antics.
So from the direction of the bridge was where the wind was coming from, and I caught the scent of, like, it was kind of a skunky, musky,
It was very skunky,
BO odor.
but it smelled more musky than just regular skunk.
Right, and it just caught me off guard. Light, I turned it on and shined it in the direction of the bridge, and there 4 feet above the bridge was this glowing green eye, and it was huge. And right when the light hit it, it shot like 8 to 9 feet off the ground, and it looked like it was walking in a lumbering pattern across the road.
There was 2 on the bridge.
I saw one eye.
I saw 2 in either side, and then there was something underneath the bridge.
Right, well that was later, but we're getting to that.
Okay, I'm jumping the gun.
Yes, you are. So, it walked across the road, and
Those are groovy little hipster beads, by the way.
Thank you. And so I shined the light around, and then I caught another eye that was close to the bridge. And so we started walking towards the bridge, and as we were doing that, on the left-hand side where the woods were, we could start hearing this, stomping, and it got louder.
Every time we got close to the bridge.
Right, and you can hear breaking and stomping,
But if we backed off,
it got quieter.
it stopped.
But what we did was we kind of went into the field a little bit, and we were shining light around, and then it hit below the bridge, and there's these archways under the bridge, and there was the head and shoulders of what looked like a Bigfoot. It was, a hairy humanoid shape.
And it almost, the way that it would kind of bob and weave around, it almost put me in the mind of a werewolf from a movie or something, how it would hide behind something, and then kind of step out.
But the funny thing is that ever since that happened, I've heard other reports from other people of similar behavior of Bigfoot, where they're standing in, like behind trees or something, and they're doing this kind of movement.
Kind of bobbing and weaving, and step out, and then it step back in.
And so it just always struck me as, it's kind of like you buy a certain vehicle, you start seeing that vehicle. In certain stories, I just started noticing that pattern of this kind of behavior. I don't know what it means or why they do that, but this was something that I noticed, we both noticed, in the one that was under the bridge. And the eyes over the bridge, there was 2 distinct ones. There was like a green and a red, and it looked like more than likely they were standing kind of at an angle where they were looking at us out of one eye. I don't know, because I only saw one eye for each individual. I couldn't see a set, and until one of them went across the.
Wait just a second, it's reconnecting.
Okay.
Okay, keep going. A very bad connection.
Are we reconnected?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So then the one that when it came across the creek.
Well, we were walking down kind of toward it,
Right,
and
but
as we did, it started coming across.
Right, and it went across the creek, dipped down into the creek, and came back up in the woods where we were hearing all this breaking and stuff. And that's when we backed up, and we went through the field, and we stepped over that little fence we were sitting on.
Yep.
And as we backed into the baseball field, that's when
The one kind of crawled out, was peering at us over the garbage can.
Right, well see, my light hit the garbage can, and there behind the garbage can was one crouched down, and I could make out facial features. I have black skin, dark brown to black fur, and you could see its legs, like the knees, on either side of the garbage can, and it held up its hand like this when the light hit it, and it kind of turned its head down to kind of shield its eyes. And I had my camcorder in my pocket, but I didn't want to reach for it because I didn't want it. It was like 10 feet away from me, and I didn't want it to think that what I was doing was reaching for a weapon or something like that, because it was so close, and there was other ones around.
Can I tell you something weird?
What?
I've never told you.
What?
To me, that creature that was behind the garbage can looked to have paler fur, like a mid-range brown to a lighter brown.
Well, you had a different angle because you were behind me.
I suppose maybe the light was like the street light was catching it.
It might have been. But for me, it looked almost black. But that could have been just the angle because it was direct light from the flashlight that I was using. So you could have gotten a different angle, which could have given a different.
But I saw the head doing the same thing the one under the bridge was doing, kind of bobbing around.
I think that
and it would peek up over the can.
I think that was the same individual. I think it's.
Well, you got a little battery booster or something?
No, I have a hotspot.
Okay, it's going for now. Go for it.
It's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's connected.
All right, so and then we backed up to the car. We got in the car. I drove around. When I hit the garbage can, headlight, there was nothing there. And then we drove across the bridge, and in the grass there was dew, and it looked like
You're forgetting something important.
what?
In that the field grass, there was a.
Okay, go for it.
But it could have been, but I had always taken it that they were some of them there in that field because it kind of around tree where they're getting pairs too.
That's possible. But it was just interesting to see evidence, more evidence that what we were seeing was definitely not,
Imagination.
yes, an overactive imagination.
See, when we tried to get close to them, they started tearing things up and stomping and making noise.
Yeah.
But yet they wanted to get close to us.
On their terms.
On their terms.
Yeah.
When we tried to get near them, it was bad news, but when they kept encroaching on us, they followed us all the way out of that
Like you're
area.
encroaching on my side of the car. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. You make me sick.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah, that's good. But we're fixing to run into a dead zone, so we probably need to start wrapping this up.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible
My
connection.
hotspot, if you want, it's Verizon.
You filthy animal, I would connect to your hotspot or anything in the world.
I'm trying to think of the password for it.
Is it pumpernickel? Is it pumpernickel?
No, it's like pumpernickel.
Is it doogie? Is it doogie? Is it doogie?
I think it might be Bigfoot something.
Well, that wouldn't be obvious at all, would it?
Well, you've just given out your password to the world, Nathan. Now everyone's going to
Not
connect.
really, but anyway.
Are we still live?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're 20 minutes
it
in.
was a weird encounter, and it's one that I've wanted to go back to this place ever since this occurred around the same time of year, which we're not there yet, but still.
October, baby. You gotta be down here.
I will. Then we got the fest as well in October. Love to go back to some place there. But definitely would like to come back to this location that time of year. And I'm hoping tonight we get some activity, because that'd be good.
Oh, that'd be groovy.
Well, I'm wondering how much activity we'll have because of the eclipse coming up, and I'm afraid this park will be just jam-packed full of people.
Oh, I
Even
guarantee
South
you.
Carolina warned its citizens.
Beware of the lizard man.
They're
Yeah.
having events down here for, I assume, maybe the, I don't
Well,
know, it
we'll
could
see.
be the
Hopefully there's
eclipse.
not a ton of people here. We don't know yet. So,
Well, we will. This is a heavy cop area here, so let's turn the light off
all right.
and slow it down.
We'll get back to you guys.
Lights going off, but we're still live.
You can go ahead and disconnect right now.
All right.
We'll reconnect later on.
Lord willing.
Yeah.
All right. See you, baby.